Chattanooga, North Georgia's premier show with Chip Chapman and Amelia Greer. Focusing on lifestyle and entertainment, bringing you smart shopping tips, community events, and the latest trends. Now, let's chat.
And right off the bat this morning, we're going to spend a few minutes with Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly. Mayor Kelly, good to see you as always.
See you too, Chip.
Here we are. Well, summer's officially here. Yep. It's officially here on Friday, at least. Already starting to feel some summer-like conditions and some summer-like programs. I want to begin with the YMCA.
Yeah.
They got a great thing going on with their summer meals. Tell me about this.
Well, it's a signature program that makes Chattanooga, but the YMCA, the Metropolitan Chattanooga started its free summer food program for kids, and CARTA is partnering with them to get kids to places where, if they're under 18, they can get free food. I mean, we shouldn't have kids in Chattanooga going hungry, but yet we still do quite a lot. So the Y is rendering an incredible service here, and good for CARTA helping get them to the food.
Because of that unique partnership with the help from the city, the amount of these kids that are going hungry, or I guess the politically correct term now is food insecure.
Fair enough, yeah.
Is dropping, and that is nothing but good for us.
No, it's good. It's a fantastic thing because we have to take care of our kids. Our kids are, in fact, our future, and again, we're focused very much on the social determinants of health to keep kids healthy and keep them out of trouble and make sure they're happy and productive adults, and this is a great step in that direction.
Another thing that you can tell it's summertime around here, it is Nightfall and Riverfront Nights. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how you feel on that.
Well, I mean, we sponsored, before I was the mayor, the Nightfall for many, many years. It's one of my favorite Chattanooga events. It's Friday nights. It's free down at Miller Plaza, and it's a fantastic event. And then Saturday nights, we have Riverfront Nights down at the riverfront, which Friends of the Festival, Mickey McCamish run, God bless them. Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union is the sponsor, also free. So just amazing events that build community. These are places where you can see all of Chattanooga coming together, and they're really important at times like this.
When you were in private business, you sponsored that.
I did, for years.
And I was going to say, for years and years. Why did you keep going back to that particular table? Because I know you got hit with a request from everybody in town. Why is that so important to you?
Well, you know, again, I was committed to community before I was the mayor. I think that we need events like that to build community. You see people out there of all walks of life come together around music. There aren't many things that bring people together genuinely, right? But music, food, sports, you know, can do that. And so I'm a big believer in both those events.
All right, EPB. Still at the top of the rankings pretty much, and that's got to make you as mayor awfully proud.
It does.
How does that benefit our city?
Well, again, when EPB makes profits from their fiber sales, which they do a great job at, that money goes right back into services and economic development for the city. It is a city-owned utility. It is nothing short of remarkable, I think. The narrative generally is that you know, government does a bad job running things, and some governments do, very frankly, but EPB is not that, right? They are #2 in the nation in customer service for fiber providers in home, and that's a really remarkable a tribute to all the local men and women who make EPB what a great service it is.
And let's underscore that again, #2 in the nation for fiber optic service.
That's it.
Which enables you and your staff to go out and more effectively recruit big-time businesses here.
Well, businesses and locals. You know, we've had a lot of people who've moved in here from other places around the country, around the world, who love Chattanooga for its quality of life and who rely on our super fast, reliable internet to do remote work. So it's very important for them as well.
It's kind of amazing. You can go to another town, whether you're at someone's home or at a hotel or whatever, and their internet just ain't quite as good as ours.
If you travel outside Chattanooga, you realize how spoiled we are.
You certainly do.
Yeah.
Job well done on that. Let's move out to the Chattanooga airport.
Yeah.
We had their CEO in here a couple of weeks ago on the morning show talking about how rapidly and exponentially almost things are changing at the airport. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, it was one of my first, goals coming into office, and we're getting there. We really are. I'm so pleased with the progress we've made, and the CEO, April, is doing just a fantastic job. Jim Hull, the board chairman. We've made a lot more progress than I thought, and we recently added Spirit Airlines to the, and we, again, those are not just directs to Newark. and to Fort Lauderdale and to Orlando, but they connect there to other places. I recently needed to travel to New Orleans, and I hadn't realized you could fly from here to Orlando and then connect in Orlando to New Orleans. I mean, so it opens up another part of the world for us, and they're brand new airplanes, and they have an incredible safety record, Spirit, so we're really glad to have them here.
And it is such a beautiful facility. Every time I fly out of the airport and then obviously back in, I'm just amazed when you look back at what it was 15, 20 years ago. Whole different place.
That's right. So, you know, if you haven't flown out of the Chattanooga airport recently, give it a shot. I think one of the problems with Google Flights is that will a lot of times push you to Nashville or Atlanta. And yes, you know, sometimes the fares are a little cheaper, but you have to factor in parking, you have to factor in your time and convenience. So if you haven't flown out of Chattanooga lately, give it a try. You will be impressed.
And the mess with factor.
That's it.
Which is kind of an intangible thing, but I was getting into a discussion with someone a couple of weeks ago about that, and it's like, I can save $119 by flying out of Atlanta. It's like,
can
really?
you though? Right?
Can you actually get to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Can you actually
stand in a TSA
line
or a security line that looks like you know, you're trying to get into a Vols game? It's terrible.
It's ridiculous. All right. Finally, anything that you would like to conclude with or to wrap things up with for today?
No, we're doing great. Chattanooga's in a great spot. We're headed in a great trajectory. I had a great meeting with the police chief yesterday, and all our violent crime numbers are headed in the right direction. So I feel great about where we are as a city.
Chief Chambers is Jam Up.
He's a great guy, and they're men and women of the Chattanooga Police Department are doing a fantastic job.
Can I say Jam Up in reference to the police chief?
You can.
He is a Jam Up, stand up guy.
He is.
Good hire. Mayor Kelly, good to see you as always.
Thank you.
You want to find out more about what's going on at our City Hall? All you have to do is check out the website. It's quick and it's easy, and it's there on your screen. Chattanooga.gov. Chattanooga.gov. We'll be back with more of Let's Chat after this.